What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with another mail day. Today's mail day is all stuff that's come in from members of the community. To those who sent something totally unnecessary, absolutely appreciate it. This is a great community. It's continuing to grow and evolve and build, and it's so much fun. It's great to have something else to enhance the card collecting experience, to get to learn, to meet people. It's fabulous, and I just can't wait to see how things continue to grow in 2019. It's hard to believe that 2018 is coming to a close. Let's get into the mail. First thing I have here is from Caleb. Caleb Craig sent me this nice little note. Caleb is known as Caleb's Cards. He's been on YouTube for years. Big time member of the TTM community. He also does collect cards as well. He'll do some mail days from time to time, but does a lot of showcases, binder showcases. He's been showing off some Hall of Fame cards that he has in binders. So Caleb's a great guy in the community, always sending stuff out. Very generous and does a great job and really active. Posts a lot of comments and posts a lot of videos. So check out his channel. He sent me this autograph that he got via TTM of Don Webb from the New England Patriots. It's a really nice 4x6 here, and it looks cool. It's really nice. You see that old Patriots logo down here. I don't know a lot about Don Webb, but I'm sure some of the old school Patriots fans can enlighten me. Maybe Jay McGillicuddy will post a comment down below, but that is really nice. So Caleb, absolutely appreciate that. Thank you for thinking of me. Next thing I have here, this is a Christmas card coming from Henry S. Henry is another member of the community. He's been around for quite a while. And the thing you can count on Henry for more than anything is if he sends you something, you're going to get an interesting selection of stamps. So Henry, I appreciate the Christmas card you sent. Pretty interesting there. Definitely on the more comedic level, so nice Christmas card there, and then just sent a really nice note that definitely appreciate it. Henry is another guy from the TTM community, so I've known him for years, going back to when I was more heavily involved in through the mail autographs. I mean, I still do some from time to time now, but I've definitely kind of shifted gears more towards cards. But Henry, his TTMs are not just baseball or football. I mean, he kind of does all sports. He does some of the smaller sports, astronauts, all sorts of stuff, and collects everything. He collects so much. So Henry, appreciate the Christmas card. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got a package that came in from Purple GT weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. So Steve, I apologize. I know this is taking forever. Literally, we met face-to-face after this arrived at the Philly show. By the way, absolutely great to meet Steve. Steve has been on YouTube for close to a decade. He's got like 1,200 subscribers, posts content semi-regularly. He has a huge love for this community, and he has people that he's interacted with for 9 years. He has people he's interacted with for 5 years, and he has people he's interacted with that just started in this community like a month ago. He does not discriminate against what length of time you've been on. He's a big Falcons fan, Braves fan, so Steve is a real generous dude. And like I said, he really loves this community, so I really would implore you to go check out his channel and support him. Watch some of his videos when you can, and be involved, because I know Steve really enjoys it. He sent me this stuff. I cut it open, and I did not go through it. Whatever you sent, Steve, it's too much. I have an idea of one card that will surely fit incredibly into the PC. So first off, we got this note here, which is sealed, so it might take me a second, but like I said, it was a pleasure meeting Steve. Been interacting with him for a few years. Really, really nice guy, and can't wait to meet you again, hopefully at a future Philly show, or maybe we'll do a ballpark trip, Braves, Phillies. Maybe we'll invite some of the other guys, Wesker Griff, Ray from Philly, and others. There's another comedic Christmas card, so pretty funny there. Sent a little note. Mike, hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. Here are a few cards. I don't think you have. Nothing crazy, but enjoy. Purple GT 22. So, thank you, Steve. Here we go. Got some tape action here. Probably should have had the cutter, but it's too late now. It's not too bad. As I fail and struggle to get this tape off. So, he's already crushed it with the top card. As you can see, a little custom action there. A custom, by the way, which I made. Steve won a contest a while ago for me, and I had made some custom cards for him. So they were just, I think they were just the tops ones, but I got to get back into the custom card game. For a while there, I was making my own card every year, and I didn't do one in 2018. So let me know, should I make a 2018 MikeO card, or have I overdone the personal custom cards and just give it up? Let me know. You want a 2018 card? There's still a few weeks to make that official. Alright, so hit me up with the custom there. On card, the 87 design, Steve Finch, Purple GT 22. So that's awesome. Love it for the YouTube PC. I actually think it would be really cool if a lot more members of the community made up some cards. I've made ones on my own where I actually completely design the whole thing and get them professionally printed. That's a little much, a little expensive, but the Topps deal, they're not that expensive, and Topps honestly has sales pretty often that you can get 50% off. So it's something to think about for those in the community. Also hooked me up with a Gypsy Queen Aaron Nola auto. Nola had a great year. It's pretty awesome. Huge fan of the Gypsy Queen autos. Obviously, I love the fact that they're on card, but the blue just really pops. I've always thought they were tremendous looking. I actually used to collect more of them. I used to buy piles of common ones for $1, and then I haven't done a lot of that lately, but I will again. And this is the card I kind of knew was coming. It's actually numbered 6 of 10, which I'm not like really worried about serial numbers, but 6 of 10 is 06/10. That's actually my birthday, June 10th. So that's kind of cool. When I do see cards that are serial numbered 6 of 10, I don't go out of my way to buy them or anything, but I will take notice of it. Anyway, this is a beautiful patch autograph of Mr. Drew Bledsoe, former New England Patriots quarterback. Huge fan of his. Just really, let me zoom up a little bit there. There we go. Was just a diehard Drew Bledsoe fan back in the day. Really, it was weird. Like, he was just so good. I always enjoyed watching him. And then Brady came along, and it was so weird because I kind of knew that Brady was the right call. Like, in that Super Bowl back then, I actually wanted them to start Brady because I just felt like that was their best chance. For whatever reason, that's the way things rolled. But the way his career ended in New England, coming in the AFC Championship game after Brady was hurt way back against the Steelers, can't believe it was back in 2001, and he came in, threw a touchdown pass, helped them clinch the AFC title. It was a perfect ending. But Bledsoe, you know, he's a guy who put up incredible numbers, had a great career. He's going to be on the outside looking in, I think, when it comes to the Hall of Fame, but he made such an impact, and was so popular. I mean, his stuff is still fairly pricey for a guy who's been out of the league for the time he has. But check that out. Beautiful auto. 3-color patch. That old school Patriots colors. Beautiful card. It's out of Select, I believe. Yeah, Select. And I really liked Select last year. So hopefully the camera's doing the card justice. It's a beautiful card. Steve, again, thank you so much. Above and beyond. Didn't have to do that. That absolutely fits perfectly into the PC. I haven't really picked up a whole lot of Bledsoe stuff lately, but of course, I'm always looking to do that. So let's continue to get into some stuff. This is a little lengthy because all this stuff is things that come in from different people. So this is a little stack of stuff that came in from Aaron Shiro. I see him comment on YouTube a little bit, and I think he's in my Facebook group. So he sent an auto of Kyle Young, Phillies farmhand. So that's pretty cool there. Pat Neshek Chrome. We'll see if Neshek is with the Phillies next year. His name's come up in some trade rumors as they continue to kind of shuffle the roster up a little bit. Love the X-Fractors. Nice X-Fractor of Shane Victorino. Nice selection of Phillies cards from this year and previous years. There's a Victor Arano auto. Arano had a decent little rookie season for the Phils out of the bullpen. Stadium Club. Sent some other nice stuff. Little selection of Phillies and other older players. Let me turn it around. See, we got some cool stuff there. Lopez and Dave Kingman, Pete Rose. So some cool stuff there that may go into a binder. We'll see. Might just put them in top loaders. And then here's a BVG Beckett Vintage grading. 61 Topps Russ Nixon in a 7.5. So cool slabbed card for the slabbed Vintage PC. It's a pretty solid looking card. A little off center, but not too bad. I mean, I don't think Russ Nixon goes for much, but I think that's one that would be kind of cool to get reholdered by PSA maybe, just because that Beckett Vintage slab is kind of vintage at this point. They don't really do much of that anymore. All right, next thing, we got a little stack here from Dan. This is from Dan W. So Dan, appreciate it. He sent a selection of Phillies cards, some cool stuff for the collection. We got the Cole Hamels, numbered to 999 out of Gypsy Queen. It's one of the parallels. I know they did a few different parallels that were retail exclusive. We got a relic card of Cliff Lee, who had a nice run with the Phils. Here's a cool bat card of David Bell, who's currently the manager of the Cincinnati Reds. That card's a little dark in terms of red, so I don't know if it'd be great for an autograph, but that's pretty cool. I actually really appreciate having that in my collection. I actually caught a home run ball from David Bell in a game. That was an insane story. I'm sure I've definitely talked about it on the channel in the past. In that same game, I actually caught a home run ball off the bat of David Bell, and my dad in the same game, late in the game, caught a home run ball off the bat of Bobby Abreu. Sadly, the Phillies lost to the Expos in that game. I think it was like 14-9 or something, but that was, we had a better chance probably, odds-wise, to win the lottery. I probably would rather win the lottery, but it was still awesome, an incredible experience, something you remember forever. It was awesome. There's a nice Ginter relic of Ryan Howard. This is a nice one. Did not have this. It's numbered to 500. Refractor. First Bowman Chrome card of Cesar Hernandez. It's unbelievable. He's been with the Phils for quite a while. He might be the longest tenured Philly at this point, honestly. I don't know how much longer he'll be a Philly. I think they're going to keep him through this year and then maybe move him after that. Because I think Kingery, that's his position in the future. But coming off an off year, so this is numbered to 99. Nice parallel of Severino Gonzalez. And then this is really cool. I love the colored refractors out of Chrome. It's Jeremy Hellickson. And the gold refractors are numbered to 50. So, nice look at that. Jeremy Hellickson. He was actually solid in his brief Phillies career. He was here for less than 2 years, I believe. All right. Got two more here. This one is coming from Troy Rutter. Troy, another guy in the TTM community. As you can see, the TTM community is super tight. Troy makes the most beautiful looking videos on YouTube. Check out his channel. He takes his time, sets up his video, has a backdrop. His camera is unbelievable. His audio is unbelievable. He gets a lot of TTMs in, not all sports, but definitely a ton of sports, a lot of baseball, and he's a big fan of 91 Donruss. So if you guys have any autographed 91 Donruss, check out his website, check out his channel. There's links to his website from his channel, and help him out maybe. But Troy's an awesome guy, and I appreciate him sending this my way. I definitely appreciate it as someone who does PSA slabs and as someone who's had to go out and kind of buy a tremendous amount of the card savers kind of for other people, he sent me 2 packs of card savers from Cardboard Gold. So 2 packs of those, which will go to good use. They will not last long, but really appreciate that, Troy. Definitely not something you had to do. And then a while ago, months ago, he actually got a TTM in from this guy who I was looking for an address for at one point. Another guy who had a super short stint with the Phils, Casey Fiend. He's with the Phils for a little while, and then he was actually in the update series last year. I was actually shocked when they made a card of him. Troy got 2 of 2 from him, autographs. I was like, whoa. Either 1, could you help me out, or 2, is 1 for sale? And we kind of talked about it and then, lost track of it. But Troy decided to send it to me, and I appreciate that. So it's another auto for the Phillies PC that I didn't have. So Troy, thank you so much. Just appreciate it as always, and I hope you guys check out Troy's channel. And then finally, I got this gigantic package. This is coming from MikeO. He sent me this note here that may or may not want to focus. So definitely appreciate it. He subs to the YouTube channel, which I appreciate him watching. And he's been watching my videos, he says, and he's actually in my Facebook groups as well. So, MikeO, if you are making videos or you decide to, post a comment down below and I will definitely pin it to the top and people can check that out. He sent an incredible amount of stuff in a giant box. As you can see, the shipping alone was just too much. Sent a huge box of cards, so I'm obviously going to have to fly through these at some point, but we got a whole lot of stuff in here, including a bunch of Allen and Ginter base, which can either be used for binders or autographs. So certainly appreciate that. Can never get enough of the Ginters. Selection of years. And sent a whole bunch of Phillies. You get some cool stuff there. My favorite player growing up, Terry Mulholland, Chase Utley. Get some Phillies rookie stars. So it's awesome stuff here. Love all the tops. And what I end up doing with a lot of these, like some of this stuff I have in binders already. I'll fly through it, and if there's stuff I notice it's not there, I'll toss them in my Phillies binder. The other thing I end up doing when people send me stacks of Phillies cards like this, I just take them and I kind of put them all in a big master box. And when there's a signing or a player in town, I see something, I just fly through it. I should be better organized. I should probably have them sorted by player. I don't go quite that far, but I fly through and I find cards. And there's been a number of times where stuff that people have sent in from the community I've found and then went and used it and got the card signed. So definitely appreciate it. She sent me a little stack of slabs here. This is pretty sweet. In 1949, Ken Heinzelman, PSA 6. So that's super sweet. I'm definitely looking to get more and more into some of the vintage Phillies stuff. One thing I'd really like to do, I'm not going to be able to collect every card, but I would like to collect at least one example from kind of all the old style sets, all the years of Bowman and the pre-war stuff, like one example of everything. So that's certainly really cool there. Also sent a 1950 Bowman, Jim Constanti. This is in a PSA 2. I think it said, MC. PSA 2. So that's cool. The vintage stuff, the low grades, I'm definitely a stickler for Gem 10s and higher graded modern stuff, but the old stuff, it's all about centering for me. I prefer rounded corners over a totally off-center card any day of the week. I'll see a vintage card that's a PSA 7 with like the qualifier, and I'm like, the card looks horrific. It's off-center. That card was horrific out of the original pack. When the cards have some wear and show some love, hey, it's got a history behind it. But that's just me. Some people don't feel that way. Here's a 52, Maury Church, PSA 5. Huge fan of those 52s. It's really cool. Here's a 1999 Bowman, Eric Valent, PSA 9. Eric Valent had a fairly short stint with the Phils. He actually probably had his best moment in baseball with the Mets, where he actually hit for the cycle. But Eric Valent was the player the Phillies drafted when they lost J.D. Drew. J.D. Drew back in the day, the Phillies drafted #1 overall. He did not sign. He went back into the draft, was drafted the following year by the Cardinals. The Phillies got that sandwich pick between the first and second round. Their first pick that year, they took Pat Burrell. The sandwich pick was Eric Valent. So he actually has been working with the Phillies as a scout over the years. Here's a cool card, a PSA 8.5 from 2003, Fleer Patchworks, Jimmy Rollins. Future Phillies Wall of Famer. Potential Hall of Famer, you never know. He's definitely got a shot. He's got semi-comparable numbers to Barry Larkin. Batting average kind of struggles a little bit compared to Larkin, but the other numbers are right there. And with the way the Hall of Fame is going, they're kind of opening it up a little bit, where I really think Jimmy Rollins has a really decent chance. Here's a 2001 Fleer Authority of Brandon Duckworth. I'm sure most of you watching, if you're still watching at this point in the video, are like, Brandon Duckworth? Who the heck is Brandon Duckworth? Duckworth was a real popular Philly there for a few years. He had the duck pond out in the outfield in the upper deck at the Vet. And honestly, there's a chance I might give that card to my sister. She'll probably laugh at it because she still remembers me and her. She went with me one time when I used to get tons of stuff to the Phillies, like little events and stuff, and he was there answering questions, and for some reason she just always thought Duckworth was a nice guy. And I remember some kid asked a question at they had like an open Q&A. The kid was like, how many home runs do you think you hit this year? And Brandon Duckworth was like, well, if I hit one, I'll be thrilled, because Brandon Duckworth was a pitcher and not really a great hitter. He actually works for the Yankees now as a scout, or in their minor leagues, I believe. And here's a Beckett 9 Ryan Howard. Really nice card from Ginter with the American flag in the background. So cool looking card there. So I appreciate that. And then Michael also sent me a stack of stuff in top loaders. So a lot of cool stuff. Try and show off a few of them. Here's a sweet Dick Allen. Beautiful card. I guess it's the 3D. 68, 69 MLB promo. So I don't know if that's, I know Kellogg's used to do stuff like this. I don't know if that's Kellogg's or not. I don't see anything other than baseball promo, but I'm sure someone out there knows. Here's a nice one here. Rhys Hoskins. Danny Cox. Remember him growing up? He was a reliever for the Phils, so a nicely signed card on that 92 Donners. So Marlon Byrd auto. He was actually a 2-time Philly. Matt Maloney. I don't think this guy ended up making the big league roster at any point. I do remember him in the minors. Greg Golson, former big-time prospect, really didn't do much. Bonilla. El Bonilla. I think he was traded. He might have been traded to the Rangers in the Michael Young trade. It's a nice Cole Hamels from Triple Threads, numbered to 99. Here's a sweet 2003 International League Top Prospects card of Chase Utley. Gonna have to get that in a new top loader. Here's a cool Mike Schmidt. Like some of these oddballs. Drake's Super Pitchers. Steve Carlton. Squirt Limited Edition, Mike Schmidt. Some other stuff here. It's a Stan Musial. It's a reprint, but it's awesome. I love those cards. Jackie Robinson as well. So a really nice selection of stuff from Michael. I appreciate it. And to anyone who watched this entire video, let me know down below, because I really appreciate it, since we're more than 24 minutes into it. But I just wanted to sit down, go through the cards, and show them off and appreciate them. I didn't want to make just a quick show stuff off and be done, make a 5-minute video. Just kind of sat here, talked about the community, talked about cards, some attachments to these cards and why they're awesome and why they have some meaning to me. So comment below, let me know what you think of the video itself. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't, and check out all these guys' channels. Check out anything they're involved in if you come across their channels. If they've made channels, get involved. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Have yourselves a great one.